Last time on Midgard, our adventuring party had finally managed to escape the keep of the giant ogre's lair, rescuing the maiden who had lost her grandparents in that terrible tragedy which brought all these members of the collective Nine Realms together to begin with. As she starts running off down the hill after No-Face managed to seal off the rune being formed in the mountains, preventing the ogres from giving chase, the girl, as dusk clears, as the sun begins to kiss its final branch of the day, and the sky begins to darken, the young girl runs down the hill into a forest terrain as the forest gets dark. As the adventuring party chases after her in great haste.
Alright, so we're all just running?
Yeah, all of you are running down. This girl just screaming, panicking, running out of her, screaming, panicking, and booking it downhill. And she's got at least a couple hundred feet of a head start on the rest of you, because while you were all stalled with the ogre, she just booked it.
I kind of stop and I'm like, wait. Should we run after her? Look how far she is already.
You all can catch her. Like, she's not so far you can't catch her. It's just
being like loud as shit.
Well, yeah, but that's just the panic.
You need to go. I'm not letting a little girl die.
She is younger.
Yes,
she's young.
We need to get.
I don't care if I die trying to save her.
Fine.
I will.
Fine, lead the way. And so we all chase after this chick.
Mm-hmm. And you eventually see she runs into the forest, surrounded by trees where you guys lose sight of her, but you guys are not far behind. So, then eventually you break off into this part of the forest where you enter this trail, where you all disappear, but you don't see her right away. You might hear rustling in the trees around you, so you guys might think she could still be close, hiding nearby. So, anyone want to do an investigation check?
I will.
Yep.
All right, let's roll.
Seven. Plus. What did you investigate for? Ooh, 6.
You have a -1? Yeah,
Minus.
damn.
I got a 10.
What's your investigation?
That's minus the. That's already adding in the minus -1.
Damn. Okay, Travis?
Oh, do we all want to do one?
Yeah, well, everyone I'm just kind of looking around more than investigating.
I
You're
mean,
just so
she
scared.
quiet down, I would assume then? She's done yelling?
Oh yeah, no, she kind of figured you all were still chasing her, so she's just trying to hide at this point. She's freaking out of her goddamn mind right now, freak the fuck out.
So we just don't know where she is?
No, yeah, she's still close. So I'm gonna tell you, she's close. She's just hidden these trees somewhere.
Alright, I'm just going to holler out, like, we mean you no harm. Come out and speak with us. I'm going to try to persuade her to come out.
Alright.
That's
Anyone else want to do or say anything?
That's a 16 persuasion.
A 16 persuasion?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys hear, how do I know? How do I know that? The was gonna use me! You guys can't figure out where it is, all you do is hear it in the
Okay,
trees.
I want to say, I'm a soldier. I'm here to help.
We just saved you from that cave back there.
I don't even know who you are! Because, you gotta think of this. The only thing she sees is one man, a face.
It's okay, step out onto the road. We are here to save you.
I tell her, I say, I tracked, everyone else wanted to leave you. I said, no, I'm tracking you.
So just step out and we can talk more quietly. Please.
I know how it feels. I had to run away.
And I'm like obviously like looking around.
Right over here, around the brush of that corner in between those two trees. Trev, right here.
Right here?
No, other ones. No. No. Where the sand pit is. Right behind it. Oh. Yes, Josh, you know where exactly. Josh, you know where. That'll do. That'll be fine. Close enough.
Just describe it.
Well, she just pops out of this tree foliage slowly. This young woman, still teenage, but definitely reaching a more mature age, pops out. White hair. She just pops out of the Brussels like, who are any of you? What are any of you?
Listen, we saved you and helped take down some of the goblins that ambushed your carriage. And as I'm like looking at her, I want to like make sure I get a like good look at her face. Do I?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, you can see her. She's still worried because you gotta think she's seeing all of you for you. Elf, she sees one human.
Half elf, actually.
Well, to you or her, you look like an elf. A dragon,
Yeah.
and a dude who you won't even see a face. You just see shadows and gold. So you
Alright.
gotta think how this looks to her.
I'm going to reach out my hand and say, and I'm going to cast guidance. And I'm going to say, we're only here to help you. Please, none of us really know what exactly is going on around here. But that goblin cave back there was bad. I can only imagine what you went through.
Those giants, they kept screaming things at me about my father. I never knew my father. My mother died when I was young. My grandparents took care of me and they never told me.
She's like whining. It's okay, calm down.
Sure made it.
Oh, she's
Let
crying.
me talk to her. I've had more experience with parents.
With parents?
I was born in an abusive family. I know how it feels.
I don't care about your family. I lost mine.
Do you
I
remember
had
what
to
the
run away.
giants were saying to you?
They just kept saying my father was coming, and then they wouldn't tell me they wanted my kid. I didn't want to go home, and they said his was home. Yeah, she's bawling. She's just getting upset.
Are you from anywhere around here?
I was born with my mother in a cabin. I never knew my father. I never knew it.
Is that near here? Do you have a home?
Yes, it's further along. I think this trail. I don't know. They took us by surprise.
Do you know where you are?
No, I just ran.
Come
I
here.
think if we keep wandering, we can find something on this trail. I just don't know. She falls to her knees and just starts crying. Not even bawling anymore, just starts tearing up. Just sad. Like, just sad.
I walk up to her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I would approach as well, honestly.
Same.
Okay.
Might as well just move
I get just out of her reach.
Okay.
Because I saw what she did.
Okay, you do whatever you want.
What is your name?
Briella!
Say that again, ma'am?
Briella!
Briella?
Briella!
Briella, listen. You said you are from a cabin, and you don't know where you are currently, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say that you should come with us. It's safer that way. I saw what you did to... I'm gonna get better at names, guys. Asmund, earlier in the cave.
I don't know what that was about. I just got panicked. I don't know.
Calm
I'm so
down.
different.
Calm down.
Will you come with us?
Yeah. If you can try and get me home, yes, please.
Alright.
Give her
Try to
my
take me
hand.
somewhere else. I need so long.
I give her my hand.
Alright,
Sweet.
she takes it. A delicate lady.
Briella?
Briella. Briella.
Oh,
What
hey,
did
I
Briella
actually
look
got
like?
that spelling right.
What does Briella look like?
How old are you?
25.
She's about, easily probably 17 years old, give or take. Young, beautiful, still obviously immature, but still working on it. And she has white hair.
Briella, I think you are safe with us, right, guys?
Yes. I asked her if you heard.
No, I've lost everything. I just want everything back. They just yelled and got angry, and the goblins were disgusting and vicious. The giants were horrible.
Yes, goblins are very disgusting.
Well, we could go back and kill all of those goblins.
No, I don't ever want to go back. They don't take me back, though, please.
Well, we could, I'm just saying.
Don't bring it on.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Also, we have to take into consideration we have 3 ogres basically chasing us, so...
Well, they're way back in that cave back there.
Yes.
I sealed it up, and it'll be fine.
You know how long that will last?
Enough for us to get out of here. We have time to make a plan. Briella, if you would just join us, we are going to follow down that path back there, I guess. And just, if you could just watch our back, and we will watch yours. Right, guys?
That is fair.
That is the Elven way.
Well, I'm not Elven, but that's my way. Just kidding. All right, so I think we would start heading down the path now.
Mhm.
Wait, while we're over here, I just kind of want to like look around, like down into the forest, and
Uh-huh.
I just want to kind of like check my surroundings.
Roll it.
What am I rolling?
Perception check.
Yeah.
Perception. 10.
10. You look around this entire foliage. You notice things are definitely quieter, a lot more solemn. You still hear rustling and of birds and the wind in the trees, but you get this feeling. You get to no one else, but you get the feeling like everything looks clear. You don't see nothing. You don't really hear nothing, but you have a feeling something's watching you.
Yes. I didn't really see anything out in the forest, but I can't help but feel like we're being watched. Just watch your back, alright? This forest has eyes or something.
Always trust your instincts. Stay vigilant.
You as well.
Why I never go into the forest?
Alright, I say we definitely stay on the path.
Yes.
Alright.
Anyway,
We
you guys
continue.
continue walking the path.
Yep.
Now this pathway, wait, don't, not yet.
Don't move it.
No, you guys keep walking this path. It just keeps staying the same.
Yeah.
Almost staying for like ever. You guys just keep going and going and going. It just seems like it never ends. Never ends. You feel like you've easily gone miles. The sun's only further going down. The sky is getting darker, and there's obviously clouds. You can't even see the moon himself in the sky is bringing his out. Now that the mother sun is saying goodbye, is gone completely. You all are just feeling the wave of the day. All the events, the battles, the transgressions, chasing this crazy girl.
So, you guys were saying you really don't know why we're all here? It just is strange to me that we all just happen to come up on paths that's intertwined like that. I'm just saying it's just weird.
I know why I'm here.
Why?
I was sent by my king.
By who?
I was told that if I went on this path, I was going to meet other adventurers. They would not know why they would be here. But I know why.
I like kind of stop. I'm like, why? So wait a second. When I asked you earlier, and I was trying to figure out what was going on, you lied to me then.
I was told to keep the secret.
Secret? Well, the secret's out.
I figured it was wrong for me to keep this secret.
Well, I appreciate that. But
And do you feel like you're being watched?
yeah, as a matter of fact, and I'm like kind of like looking around. I look around again, just kind of do another 360. Everything good?
Well, it's pitch black by now, so y'all better start. I think right now would be a good time for you guys to camp. Because it's pitch black. You can't even see the trail.
And we've been walking for miles.
You guys
You guys-
easily have walked many, many miles.
It's too dark. I can
Yep.
hardly see.
You guys can all feel you're exhausted. It's dark. You do have the area you stop is definitely a good place to set up camp, especially if you guys take turns with watchouts and easily creating a fire and
What
kind
do
of
you guys think if we just go behind that tree back there and just set up camp for the night? We've been walking for miles. I don't even see this next city. Do you?
No. I say let's go up path just a little bit and camp under a tree.
Yeah,
It will give us cover. I will take the first watch.
that's fair. And I think we all have lots to talk about. If we're talking, bringing up secrets and etc.
now. But what you guys okay now? What I can gather, you guys get lucky, managed to scare out a couple of rabbits out when you come out of the hole. You guys managed to quickly get the jump on them, giving you guys just a quick meal, just a little bit to share around all the rest. Not the biggest feeling meal, but enough to eat. Okay, so now you guys managed to start a fire. You managed to eat a lot of the food. Do you guys want to talk or anything?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
So we're just like we're eating food.
Uh-huh.
I asked the
vampire?
girl.
Uh-huh.
I asked the girl if she's tired.
She's exhausted. I just can't. See, all you can do is she's just mumbling now. You see her laying off as comfortably as she can on some, I guess some part of some leaves, foliage that fell from the trees, trying to get as comfortable as she can, using some of her dress, her overcoat just as a pillow. All you can see is she goes to bed with tears in her eyes.
She's in her camp, in her tent.
Yeah. Oh, these tents that just magically appeared.
Yeah, we
They're
don't
made
have
from like
tents.
sticks.
No, it's foliage. Let's just say it's a bunch of good foliage that was laid there from graze. It's comfortable enough
Okay,
to...
do we have like, is it like a roof over our heads?
How about this? I would just like to cast Vine Whip,
Uh-huh.
like over and over and over and over continuously.
Okay.
And I'm just like making like support.
You're threading it and supporting
and
it.
like I feel like all of us together we could like easily build, and this is all in game. I'm saying
Uh-huh.
we could actually build little shelters for us. If you guys could go give me a little bit bigger logs real quick, and then like I feel like I'll just like kind of
What you all do, you
with
all team up.
vines.
Like you two team up to carry logs.
There we go.
You help him thread the lines. And then
that
eventually you all...
explains the tents. now.
Within all this teamwork, within about a half hour, you guys manage to make a half decent overhead shelter over the top out of vines and tree foliage and some logs. The girl passed out long before then just because of exhaustion, fear, and just fucking depression. I mean, I think we can all agree on that.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm still taking the first one.
well, I think, are you all still sitting around the fire? She's asleep. You guys, everything's made. Is anyone else going to bed right now?
Are they like individual tents or not?
They're not tents. It's just coverage. Just pretend they're made of tree foliage and vines. Those three things. That's all they are. So, what do you guys want to talk about? The fire's going.
So, Calypso, is it?
What I wanted to tell you back there was, I know why I'm here. We heard that part, but I felt like we were being watched when we first found him. And I'm being chased.
Speak up a little bit.
I'm being chased and hunted by berserkers that I betrayed. I had run away from my parents because my dad...
Did you just hear that wolf? What were you saying?
Yeah, I had run away because my dad was super abusive when I was 10. And I found a camp of berserkers and they took me in. And then when I was about 15, I had this dream of me having this like wolf claw and this fight. And I woke up and I had this wolf claw. And I immediately ran to the chief's tent.
Sorry, I'm freezing.
And
Vampire is really helpful.
And I showed the guard outside my wolf claw and he said, "Kill him." And I slashed across his face. Didn't kill him. And then on my way out by the waterfall, I had to ground up a berserker and jump off the waterfall.
Now you're here and you ran into us?
Little do the adventurers know, that's only... Well, that is the truth. There is truth in every bit of that story, but not the whole truth. Soon the secrets of the mist will be revealed. Now, does anyone want to call this out right now in this speculating moment?
Inside.
Hold on.
Actually,
I want to look around.
roll an insight. You roll an insight first. Let's see. And if depending on what I still want you to do whatever I want you to do next.
Natural 20.
Immediately, you call out that you immediately, before giving the chance to react, you see his wolf claw exposed because it's one part of his armor that isn't exposed, his wolf hand. You immediately grab it with your hand.
No, I'm not going to grab it.
No, trust me, he's not going to do nothing to you. I'm making sure. It's quickly, you just grab it like in just the hand, so he can't, like, to the point where he couldn't claw you even if he wanted to because of the angle.
What is this then?
Grab him.
What is this then?
This?
Explain
grab
that.
him. You need to grab him. You put your arm across and you grab him. We're doing this.
Explain that.
Grab him, James. Grab him.
What is this?
Instantly, the second you do, everything floods into your mind right now. You see the truth. Everything he said was right. He was sincere and right. But what actually happened was he was fighting the chieftain's son. The chieftain's son and him were in a fight where he was actually getting the better of him, and the chieftain's son was just starting to get in a rage, trying to learn his shape-shifting capabilities a little bit. And he's starting to be like, "You're nothing, Calypso." Took his shield, bashed him across the face, and was about to take his sword right to him. And then in the moment he panicked, he threw his hand up right at the son's hand to stop him. And that's when his hand changed into the wolf claw, stabbed right through the son's throat. That's when the son dropped. Then the chieftain's second in command came in, and then he was going to say, "You killed him. I'll kill you!" But before he could really react, he panicked, clawed him across the face, and ran. So you see the whole story for what it is in that moment.
I just kind of like pull my hand back.
And you take his face, so you have to take his face. That's one thing. When you take somebody's memory, you take their face.
So it just happens.
Yeah.
I can kind of feel it.
Yeah, you can kind of feel it. Like do
And I'm like,
do a partial shift. Like make us like see your face and then go back down.
Oh, so I just like gained his face.
Yeah, you just gain his
Dude,
face
fuck yeah.
easily, and then you go back to him. And you just
No.
your hand as you go back, your hand with the wolf claw too, and you just feel it go back to your normal. This with whatever your normal form is. So you see the truth now.
I see your face of panic, and I say, "It's not what it seems."
Well, then what does it seem?
We were in a fist fight, and you brought weapons to it to try to kill me.
He was getting in a high from raging. He was beating him, and then he was just getting.
And these people are after you?
I didn't mean to kill him.
Well, he got from their perspective. He just killed the chief's son. They didn't know the whole
I
story
didn't mean
either.
to kill him.
So
He came out. He tried to kill
He was
me.
in a rage and fight, and he was going too far. He panicked, trying to just hold him up, and that hand came out at the right time to protect him, but it killed him. And that's when the other one came in. So through their eyes, you just killed the chief's son and scarred one of the captains across the face. That's the only story the chief and the rest of the berserkers know.
I have a secret to tell too.
But James, some secrets aren't known yet. Let's be very clear. If you're thinking the same secret I'm thinking.
No voice out of the darkness. I'm not sure if we are on the same page.
Yeah.
Guys, I know not why I'm here, but the origin of my name is because I don't have a name. Everyone called me Freak or Shadow, and it wasn't who I was. And I'm like kind of looking into the fire, and I can see like I'm just like kind of staring into the fire.
As you see deep into the sparks, you could see almost at the burning embers of them all. You see almost these shapes twiddling around in the flames, miniaturized deep in the core, like
And I just,
foxes
keep
running
going.
around, or owls flickering in every spark. You see the shape in every ember.
I found myself lost in the forest, not too different than the one we are surrounded in. And there was no answers. I didn't know who I was, where I came from, where I was going. I came to this small townhouse, I guess you could call it, and I watched these two people, and they were nice, but they didn't like who I was. And I had to run away from them, and that's when I ran into you guys. I haven't been alive for much longer than months, maybe.
Feel like an outcast, don't you?
I don't know where I belong. And I hope you guys can help me find my true face. And I'm like looking into this, and I'm like,
And as you say that, like as you look at everyone in the group, you just take their form easily. You go from his face to his face to his face, back to his face to his
and
face
I'm
to
like
the
kind of
girl's
showing you
face.
guys this. I'm like, I can change my face at will. But
You
I
change
don't
your-
know, I don't have my face. That's why I just go by no face. It's much easier that way.
What's your true name?
I don't know.
He knows no name, no face.
Just call me no face.
Husband's gonna go check.
Anyone else want to open up?
Basically an outcast like me.
I look at the little girl.
She's out. all you see is tears trying to dry up on her face. She's out cold, murmuring, sleepless.
How far away is she from the campfire?
She's passed out, dude. It's just us around the fire.
Yeah, she's at least a few feet. She's still within a good distance from
You
all to get to her.
consider yourself an outcast as well?
Well, let's just put it this way: I've never really felt comfortable with society as a whole because, well, let's be real here. Societies tend to be greedy and stubborn in some cases. So I feel more at home with nature than anything. But I'm originally from a former kingdom that I despise with my really because they basically kicked out my family from the kingdom. So now I'm just on a quest to start up a new kingdom.
Which, you and I are going to get into that later. Because it's going to be a combination of something I think you're really going to like.
Okay.
Because I just thought of it now, too. So we'll get into that later.
Okay.
And it actually kind of goes with a little bit of what I want to do with your character anyway. So.
And then how did you find yourself here in this forest, just running into us?
I've been having these weird, awful visions of potential world-ending events, and I don't know why.
This world or another?
Explain one of your visions.
What is this world? What world is it? Because if it's this world, I feel like it's kind of alarming. If it's another world, then it's not the big deal. Right?
And then you just grab his wrist in that moment because you start to panic. So you grab his wrist.
I don't want to be so rapey with my powers.
Well, fine, you don't grab his wrist. You just look at him, and then in that moment, it sparks.
May I? I just like grab your wrist.
Yeah, thank you. Is that so hard? Immediately, you see the same thing in Rome. 9 worlds, 9 realms on fire. You see all sorts of beasts and shapes and sizes, only in shadow at first because it's just blurry. It's images moving. Giants, creatures, untold forms. You see yourself. You see your group all in the scattered throughout of what could be and what couldn't be. You see his home, and then then you're forced. You both are pushed back, and the fire just sparks. And in the flame, you see the size of a fox, size fire look right at you.
It looks like
Yeah, so this is everybody, but right in your angle, you see this box of fire.
everybody
right in the
sees
center.
this, or is this just me?
They are looking up at the fire because you're all around the fire, so it's like
Like, what's black magic?
Huh?
I say, what's black magic?
The fox just looks at you and disappears
Back into the flame.
right in the spot as it goes back into the spot.
Did you guys see that?
No, what did you see?
Because they just saw fire from their angle. Yours, you could see right into the center on your angle where you saw the box itself.
I'm gonna like peer into the fire. It's still big.
No, the fire went back down to normal size. If
Okay.
anything, it reduced flame.
Okay, I cast produce flame, and the fire gets bigger and bigger and bigger, back
Okay.
to like the regular size. And you guys see me like focusing on the fire, and
And then at that moment, you do that same. Everybody sees this now. In that moment, the firefox that was there pops out, bites on your hand, but but you just say because you realize it doesn't hurt. It's just
and then
warm
I just
and,
like grab onto the back of its neck.
and then it just watch as it looks at the flame fox look right at you, biting your hand and grabbing its neck, and then the fire just infused into you like it's trying to set you ablaze, and then it's gone. It sinks into you, and then all you feel is warm, and then that's it.
And then I drop the campfire.
And the campfire goes, and then the fire goes out.
And like
Starts
Do I see anything?
smoldering. No, that's all it.
campfire's just gone.
And all smoldering rocks. Maybe a few swicks still trying to burn out, but a lot of that power just.
I'm like looking at you guys. Did any of you do that?
No.
No, that was all you, buddy.
Can you fix the fire?
Yes. I'm gonna cast chromatic orb, and a small like ball of fire comes to my hand,
And
and
you
I
just-
release into the flames.
Yeah.
And I like,
I mean, you actually, I'm just gonna do this anyway because you're about.
Go ahead.
Instead of chromatic orb, save that.
yeah, don't
You just do this. You just do this, and you just a quick little. some twigs and it lights it right up. Not even a fire attack. You should breathe hot enough if you start on some branches. That should start a fire. I don't give a shit
And
what
I'm
the
like
fighting
looking
stats
around,
say.
dude. Like everything, are we still good?
Everything is just quiet now. So you can all start fading off to sleep and taking shifts every few hours.
I'm not ready yet. I'm still going.
Okay.
Amarak, where did you learn your magic? What's your tale?
Literally and figuratively speaking.
Mine is not nearly
No
as,
pun intended.
mine
Actually,
is not nearly as dreadful as any of yours. I came up learning to be a tradesman. I work with wagons. And I travel on around the entire realm working on these wagons. That's where I've learned this magic. I picked it up over time, getting wagons unstuck from snow, out of burning volcanoes.
But then everyone in the group must be wondering, how could something such as you walk the realm of men and be a tradesman? But then here's the plot twist. Who said you were a tradesman for men?
I work for everybody.
Exactly. You've been traveling the realms, per se. Not by your own means, but tradesmen for everyone. The elves, the dwarves, the giants,
Are you from anywhere around this forest?
the gods, even, maybe if not even in direct contact, they're deliverers and the messengers they could send.
I could say the path we were originally on was one I was quite familiar with. I was traveling in between towns at a time when I met all of you, but this path I'm not familiar with.
How did you get here? How did you run into us? Are you an outsider too?
I suppose so. I don't work with normal humans. I worked for the elves. I worked for the dwarves.
You don't really know your beginnings. Not like you don't know it, it's just you lived your life mostly as you are, what you are. It was very easy for you to grow the truck up and figure out everything and how to live on your own and adapt and survive. You don't even know your parents or what your originator was.
Yeah.
And that's what you all have done a lot for me this session to connect a lot of dots. You two especially. You were doing good, and you hiding that smile. I see that smile.
It just takes about.
Uh,
Okay.
but
what about you? And I'm like talking to Halfdan.
I came from a long line of warriors. My family's been one of the most legendary clans they've ever scoured. I've been the son of kings and chieftains for a long time. I'm just lost right now, trying to find my way. It appears I found a group of none other in the whole realm of Midgard. All of you are different. A boy who is more beast than man, an elf of lands of the high, we've only heard of from realms,
No, man.
a dragon that just walks among us. And you, taking the shapes I've never seen before. Like, if I were to die in this with you boys, it'd be an adventure. Surely the gods show favor in Valhalla.
Thank you. I'm like awkward, just real. Like I said, dude, I feel like I don't really know like anything like about like the gods or anything like that.
Well, and then at that moment, it's like, well, let me explain. 'Cause this time Halfdan just straight up grabs you, and then you see, because out of everyone you can probably understand, he probably has the most culture, the realm of men when it comes to gods, and you see it all the religion, all the worship, all the sacrifices over the beasts, the nine, the realms. You see it. You're just, because you gotta think, you're not knowing nothing, James. You're getting this input, and it's staying. Like, you're not forgetting it. You're just seeing the gods, the tales of Odin and Thor, the future tellings of Ragnarok, gods of the Aesir and Vanir, the nine realms, Jotunheim, Nidavellir, Svartalheim, Hel, Jotunheim, Annafelheim, frickin' Midgard, Amheim. You see all the realms.
All of these like words just like pop into my head, and I just like, you can see me like just like shaking my head back and forth, and like then I'm just like looking at this at my hand, at my ring that I'm like looking at, just checking it out, and like I'll turn back to you guys. We're all outcasts, and it seems our
Destiny led up to each other.
yeah, exactly.
I unbuckle my cape on my shoulder pads, and I go lay it on the floor.
I mean, it's ripped to shit. You gotta remember, that cape is the same cape you were wearing when you were back by Ogre, so it's not much of a cape left. It's enough to cover her partially, but she's still exposed in multiple areas.
How if capes?
Because you got thrown in boiling water with me and stuff, which most likely got ripped swirling around there from the rocks and stuff, and all the other nasty shit that was going in there, which was a good chunk of human flesh. So you had some of that go in your mouth, and skin, and ears and eyes, so it's hard to get that smell out. Which, by the way, you still haven't bathed, so you still smell that in your armor, by the way.
I just kind of like yawn and I'm like, well, guys, I think I'm gonna turn in for the night. Wake me up, Calypso, if you
One
need
by
anything.
one. You go to sleep
I have a
after the
couple things
girl.
I'm gonna do.
What?
I said I have a couple things I'm gonna do.
You go to sleep.
Wait, do elves even sleep?
You still rest for enough hours that you need.
Yeah,
to-
elves totally don't sleep, dude.
You
You just,
meditate for 4 hours.
yeah.
Yeah, but you can't move in that time, so you're aware, but you can't move. Remember that.
You,
What are you
don't go
doing?
to sleep though?
Not yet. I'm going to.
All right, what do you
What do you want to do?
I want to like walk away from the camp and use the personal small talk to cast snare in hopes of like catching something overnight for breakfast.
You want to set it for the?
No, for like animals or anything really.
Okay.
Just anything. Just
All right.
around the camp. Just,
Okay.
Nice thinking.
Anything else?
Yeah, and I wanted to investigate the wand I got last time. I got it, but I don't have like any information for it, so I just want to sit and like look it over. see-
Yeah. When you look it over, you can definitely tell it's cold to the touch.
Yeah, I got
It
that
appears to
last
be
time.
made. You look deep into the wand, and when you look at it, you look closely. It's an eye.
Yeah, do you want like an arcana check or something?
Yeah, I want you to roll off an arcana check.
Okay. That is an 11. Not very good.
Well, all you can tell it's some kind of eye, and the wand is. Whenever you try and use it, you can tell it has a cold touch to it. You want to
You
like
just
kind of
gotta
just
try
like
it out, dude.
go ahead. You have it. Now's the time to do it. If you're gonna waste spells and magic, now's the time to do it before you rest.
Well, I mean, like, if I just cast a spell, it's going to add something to it.
No, you just
Try it.
do the wand. Put intent into the wand and see what it does. You but choose wisely what you aim it at.
Yeah. Well, first, if I'm going to try it out, I'm going to walk a few feet away.
We'll try it
Okay,
out
which
in
you already
combat.
did, which you're fine from. You've
I'm
already
sleeping. I can't tell you anything.
Okay, I'm just going to use the Ray of Frost. In an invocation camp. I'm just going to, like, just shoot it off at a tree.
and you're using it with the wand.
Yeah.
Double whatever Ray of Frost does is now double.
Okay.
Oh.
Like I'm making this. Let's be very clear. This wand is basically a free Ray of Frost, and if you use spells with it, it gets cold themed. And I'll be very clear. Any spell. So if you
That's
shoot
pretty
a
cool.
fireball, you're getting a Ray of Frost with that fireball.
So it does
So,
frost.
so it adds a Ray of Frost.
Yes.
to
I mean,
it.
let me be very
Yeah,
clear.
good.
You have no
Name it.
spell slots.
Yeah. I
You
can-
shoot Ray of Frost.
Well, I already have it as a cantrip, so it's just
Okay.
like,
Well, yes.
if I
And if
cast
you
that, it doubles.
yes, and it doubles.
Okay.
And
okay.
you can cast that with any spell you use from that wand. So if you
Nice.
choose to use Fireball with that wand, you can mix Ray of Frost with that, like a fire and or Thunder Wave or Chromatic Orb Lightning. Shoot Ray of Frost with it. Be like a lightning ice storm.
Name the wand. Wand of frost.
No. The wand.
Frostbite.
No. We gotta go. We gotta go
Frost
like
beam. Ray of
Frostbite.
frost. What about frost beam?
Frostbeam. We'll call it that. You actually know. You name it whatever you want.
Yeah,
This
you
is
name
your-
it, dude.
This is your show. This doesn't have a name. So I said you name it. That's the whole
I'm gonna
point of
name it.
these.
I'm going to think a little bit about it.
Yeah, you take your time.
Dope. I like that
I
item.
wanna
But
check-
after
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
check
go-
out-
Yeah, you can't tell what kind of eye it is yet, though.
I want to check out the spear that I got.
The spear? Well, because what was that spear I
You
got?
guys are all checking shit out, and I'm just actually drooling, dude. Like,
Yeah, you and him and the
Just
you and the
done.
elf and the girl are out cold.
yeah. Long rest, eh? Well, once
Yeah.
everyone goes to bed,
Yeah,
obviously.
everybody gets a long rest. In fact, everybody start doing your stats for long rest. You may as well. Once you all pass out, it's done.
I'm staying awake. I'm taking up.
Well, you're gonna have to sleep at some point.
I don't even.
If
know.
you let me explain this. If you stay up all night, I'm giving you exhaustion. 2 points of exhaustion.
I'll wake
Yeah,
up
check.
for
Let's be very clear. I'm doing that. How many do you get? I want to double check. I think you can only get 6, right, James?
What?
Exhaustion before you die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll tell you. I'll give you 2 exhaustion. You can stay up all night, but you lose 2 exhaustion.
I'm not staying up all night. So after 2 hours of me standing guard, I go and wake no face up.
Uh-huh.
take guard.
Yes, and then you all will alternate like that throughout the night.
Yeah, but I don't see the rolling.
What is it, Josh?
Long rest to get.
All your
You go
magic,
to
all your hit points, everything back.
Yep.
Everything gets recuperated. Trev, you write your stuff down too.
Sleep.
Except for Trev's armor. That's still pretty damning.
So yeah, I was looking at my spear, and I don't know what it does. So
Alright, what's happening?
Jim's getting excited.
Yeah, I'm interested. I like we did with that.
What?
I like we did with the campfire.
Thank you. Dude, I've done a lot of stuff on the fly today. Let's just get real. That's how a lot of this is going to end up being.
I like what you're doing with.
Yeah, speaking of which, let's go. 'Cause while you're all still sleeping, everybody get your stuff. Oh, you are making me so upset right now, Jake. Oh, we gotta wait till they give me.
What's going on?
I'm just talking to them. Goodness. Let's go. Who's your character? Oh, never mind.
Taking a quick break.
No. I don't think we're doing great.
What?
Yeah, we might make you. It's not the actual like one of the. If you're all right with that, just to give it a full circle for things to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk more on that. That's why I'm trying to tell Josh with his little story. What are you doing?
Backstory. You got that for me. I'm huge on backstory in my campaigns.
Yeah.
I must tie everything together.
I want to judge, man. You know what? I'm snapping your face in some form you don't like. That's what's going to be something I do to
I
you.
was complimenting you.
I know.
Don't be ferocious. You do not threaten face.
You come here. We have to finish our conversation.
Okay. Guess we're taking a quick little break.
Okay. You have somewhere I can use magic equipment?